the blood test to give us 7 years' notice of cancer. A basic blood test might find cancer in people up to 7 years before they feel any symptoms. This could mean starting treatment earlier, which could improve the chances of surviving. It also makes people hopeful that new medications could be made to stop cancer from happening in the first place. Researchers have found proteins in the blood that might alert people about cancer more than 7 years before it's found. They identified 618 proteins connected to 19 types of cancer, like bowel, prostate, and breast cancers. Among these, 107 proteins were discovered in a group of people whose blood was taken at least 7 years before cancer was diagnosed. Scientists hope these proteins could one day be targeted for preventing cancer instead of just detecting it. With more research, they could lead to drugs that help stop the disease before it even begins. 2 studies funded by Cancer Research UK from Oxford Population Health suggest these proteins might be involved in the earliest stages of cancer and could indicate a higher risk of the disease. Some of them could be used to spot cancer earlier than we currently can, potentially allowing treatment at an earlier stage or even preventing it entirely. Professor Ruth Travis, who studies how diseases spread in groups of people, said, "To stop cancer from happening, we need to understand what causes it to start." These studies are important because they give us many new clues about what might cause different types of cancer, even years before someone gets diagnosed. We now have technology that lets us look at thousands of proteins in thousands of cancer cases. This helps us see which proteins are involved in causing specific cancers and which ones might be involved in many types of cancer. Dr. Ian Folks, who leads research and innovation at Cancer Research UK, said, "Stopping cancer means finding the earliest signs of the disease. That's why we need to do careful research to find the molecular signals that could tell us cancer might be starting." The discoveries from this research are the first important step towards offering treatments that could prevent cancer, which is the best way to give people longer, healthier lives without the fear of cancer. In the first study, scientists checked blood samples from UK Biobank from over 44,000 people. Among them, 4,900 were later diagnosed with cancer. The team used a method called proteomics, which studies proteins to understand how cancer grows and spreads. They examined 1,463 proteins in each person's blood sample. By comparing the proteins of those who got cancer later and those who didn't, they found differences that showed which ones were linked to the risk of cancer. They also found 182 proteins that were different in the blood 3 years before cancer was diagnosed. In the second study, researchers looked at genetic information from over 300,000 cancer cases. They wanted to see which blood proteins were involved in causing cancer and could be targets for new treatments. They discovered 40 proteins in the blood that affected a person's risk of getting 9 different types of cancer: bladder, breast, endometrium, head and neck, lung, ovary, pancreas, kidney, and malignant non-melanoma. The researchers found that changing these proteins might make someone more or less likely to get cancer, but sometimes it could cause other problems. They say we need more research to understand exactly how these proteins affect cancer, which ones are the most reliable to check for, how we can test for them in a clinic, and which drugs could be used to target them. There's a test called the Galleri test being tested in the NHS. It finds tumor DNA in the blood. The test looks for abnormal DNA. Open a glossary item in the blood. The cells in our body release DNA that circulates in the blood. There are differences in the DNA of healthy cells and cancerous cells. The test aims to pick up these differences. Your blood is tested for signals that might mean you have cancer. Researchers think the proteins they found could be targets to stop cancer from happening. It's important to prevent and find cancer early to help more people survive. Please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Your support means everything to us. Thank you.